Received a inquiry, well actually it was a realtor listing, an investor, and we sent him an offer, and then he came back at us at a counter, but he didn't want to show us the properties. He wanted us to negotiate, and then we can go under contract, and then he would give us access to see the properties. But when we were talking to him, I started noticing that he said, I asked him, is there any issues with the renovations or whatnot, and were there any permits? And he said there was no permits, and there was the strike team was involved. So the strike team is a inspection team that drives around and looks for people who are doing renovations without the proper permits. So if you don't have a permit and they catch you doing some work, they can stop your work, and then you have to pay some fines, you have to go to court, so it's going to delay everything. So he said that the stop work notice on these properties that he did. So my concern was, did he do the work properly? Also, did he do the work properly? What permits, or did he need to get the job done? Where did he break the rules at? He didn't want to show us the property, so I was like, you know what? That was a red flag for me. So what I did was I talked to my partner Cindy, and I told her, hey, tell him that we're not gonna make any offers until we see the properties first, and then I can look at them and see what needs to be done. One of the reasons I want to do it that way was because if you go under contract and you send them earnest money and option money, of course, you have the option period, so you can back out of the contract in case you find something that that's worse than what you thought. But also, the problem is that sometimes on the earnest money, the other party has to sign off on releasing it over to you. Sometimes they don't want to release it over to you, or they want to keep some of it, and really, you're under the option period, you can get it back, but they can do that. Now, they can't do that, but they can in a way. The only way to get this taken care of is to hire an attorney, and then you got to pay the attorney fees and litigation fees in order for you to get some earnest money back, which is, it's more quicker just to split the money, split the earnest money. But I don't want to do that because there's multiple properties, and I don't want to put any money into it if I haven't seen the property. So I went ahead and told them, we're not going to do any deals until we go look at the property. So I always recommend, before you go under contract, to at least walk the property to see what it looks like. Thank you. If you have a property you need to sell, get Carlos on the phone.